Welcome everyone. I am in Sheridan, Wyoming. It's cold, it's very early. I just woke up. The hotel's back over there. I got up. Everyone else getting motivated to leave. We have about a 9-hour drive today to our next location. So I decided to come down here to downtown Sheridan, Wyoming, show you the snow and the ice on the ground. I have my beanie on here, this little awesome wool cap thing here, but my neck gets cold, so I had to actually put my hoodie on to keep not only my neck, but my head. And then of course I have the glasses, which don't do anything except maybe give a little ambiance to my face. It's my second channel, daily blog channel, TheDailyWoo. It's the Sheridan Inn, right over there. I almost misshot it. I almost pointed over there at that tree. That tree is not the Sheridan Inn at all. The Sheridan Inn is right there, and there's my van parked right there in the ice and snow. Boy, my van is really kind of confused because it's normally used to the heat of the East Coast and Florida and all those regions, but it's not there anymore, so it's kind of bewildered. My van is totally confused. What's that sound you hear? It's a train. There's a train over there. That's one of the newer trains. But here's an older train. As the new train passes, out with the new, in with the old. That's not really how the terminology goes, but that's what I'm going to say. There's an old train right here, the old Burlington route. This black train with the American flag, and of course the wonderful ambiance of the snow really adds to it. There's an old train running some stuff here in Sheridan. You can see the sign, Sheridan. And over here, of course, we have the Sheridan Inn. We'll walk a little bit closer and show you this famous spot, this famous U.S. historical spot, right here in freezing Sheridan. I need to get gloves. I'm telling you, man, my hands are very cold. My van's cold. Look at all that snow. Still haven't lost that hubcap. We got one hubcap standing strong right there. Across the road, there's a vehicle coming here. I got a car coming towards me. Look, there's a car coming towards me. You gotta be really careful walking on this ice. Man, you will slip and fall like nobody's business pretty quickly. Doesn't matter what area you live in. If there's ice and snow, you cannot be too careful. You gotta definitely make sure. Look at this. There's a horse over there, a decorative horse that someone has painted his hide. It's a hide horse full of decoration. It's not graffiti. It's actually very artistic and nice. I'm not sure if I really need to walk over there because the snow's pretty thick. If I walk through there, I might get frostbite on my shoes and my toes. That's the worst. When you have normal skate shoes like that. I don't even skate, but I wear skate shoes. So when you wear skate shoes in the snow, you definitely can't do any skating in the snow. Who's going to do an ollie or a rail slide right here in this white wonderland of Sheridan, Wyoming? Well, what you can do is you can dance. And the reason you're going to dance is because this is the home of Buffalo Bill. Remember Buffalo Bill? Look, Buffalo Bill. There's the sign right there. These people are dancing. Whoa, this is some thick snow. Let me go over here and show you these people that are dancing. They're dancing. They're dancing. Remember Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, Steve Martin? Whoa, they're dancing. That's the way I feel. But I'm doing the whoa because I'm freezing cold. 1893 Grill and Spirits. So the story is Buffalo Bill, the railroad, used to be the last spot heading westward, stopped right here, from what I can tell, from what I read online, Wikipedia and Google, which are never up to par, never informative correctly, but sometimes you learn some cool stuff. From what they tell me, the railroad stopped right here in Sheridan. So anyway, that's the railroad there. People would get off here, they would come to Buffalo Bill's little touristy spot, and they would stay right here in the historic Sheridan Inn. This is the historic Sheridan Inn. The historic Sheridan Inn. We have a snow shovel right here. It's a nice big porch. You can just see people hanging out here. He used to have auditions for characters and people to work out here in the yard. They would have a Wild West show. Probably one of the first Wild West shows there were, created by the man himself, Buffalo Bill. Look at a national historical landmark. Look at it, there's a snowplow. That's the way they operate out here. See, look. See that right there? Check that out, look. Can you see that snowplow driving by? You can barely even see it. There it goes, there, look. Whoa, he just honked at my van. Did you see him? That guy just honked at my van and I'm not even in there. He thought I was in there. That snowplow guy got a little upset. But I'm just trying to show some history here. Buffalo Bill, a snow plow, and of course a snow shovel. What works better, a snow plow or a snow shovel? I guess it depends on the amount of snow. If you get a little bit of snow, bam! Snow shovel works better. If you had a lot of snow like this, you need one of those snow plows. You just need to get a better employee that's not going to get upset and honk at random vehicles in the middle of the road. I'm parked in the middle of the road. It doesn't matter. There's nobody out here. I'm not disturbing anybody. Jaywalking and parking illegally, this shouldn't even matter in Sheridan, Wyoming, especially at like 8 o'clock in the morning. Nobody cares. This bench is taller than this bench. That's a normal bench. This is an extendedly high bench. Let me give you a close-up now of the horsehide. It's the Buffalo Bill horsehide. Man, I'm freezing. I haven't had any coffee. I'm pretty cold. I'm feeling a little loopy. I didn't get much sleep last night. We got like a 9-hour drive today. We're heading up into Wyoming even farther. I cannot remember the name of the town, but you can look it up on the Guttermouth Facebook page. I'm going to be there tonight, rocking out with those guys at the base. Last night's show was good. We played with the Reverend Horton Heat. It was a great band. Cool meeting those guys and sharing the stage. There was like 700-800 people there last night, so that was awesome. I was a little petrified. I was up there. There was like 700 or 800 people watching me. I was scared, but it was fun. It was good. There's me. There's my shadow right there in the Sheridan Inn. You never thought you'd see that right there. What are the odds? Adam the Woo in the snow, looking at himself in the mirror. It's not even a mirror. It's actually not a mirror. It's just a window, but it acts as a mirror. It's doing double duty right here in Sheridan, Wyoming. I'm going to leave you with this, a horsehide. It's Buffalo Bill right there. Look, Buffalo Bill with his stash. And who's this? Anybody know who this is? They're making the eye contact. Look, this guy's looking at here. The eyes, Chico, they never lie. That's from Scarface. I sound nothing like Al Pacino, but it doesn't matter. I sound more like Buffalo Bill doing an imitation of Al Pacino. That's how I operate. Make sure you subscribe, look at the snow, be thankful if you're not in the snow, and if you are in the snow, who's in the snow? Leave a comment if you love snow. There's a flag right there, a dippy-dewy American flag that's kind of a weird pattern. It's kind of a strange pattern, but I kind of like it. It's not your traditional flag flapping around in the wind, which I think there was one over there. Yeah, look, there's a traditional flag. What's this kind of style flag called? What would that flag be called style-wise? I'm not really sure. There's a certain name for that, but I don't know what it is. We got a whole bunch of them down there. Say goodbye to the horsehide Buffalo Bill on the tuchus of a horse. I'm going to let you go. Goodbye.